Ever feel like you're doing all the right things and still wondering why your body feels off? You eat well, you train hard, your labs say you're fine, but deep down you know something's slipping. You're not alone and you're not crazy. I'm Daniel Rasmussen, founder of Echelon Center for Longevity, and I've spent 2 decades helping high performers like you to reverse aging, reignite vitality, and finally get answers. On Unbreakable Vitality, we go upstream. We talk peptides, stem cells, precision diagnostic testing, reversing the age of your arteries, all the innovative science-based tools to take back your health span so that your next decades are your best yet. Because aging is real, but decline is optional.
Hey, I'm Daniel Rasmussen. I'm the founder of the Echelon Center for Longevity. And before that, I founded Pinnacle Integrative Health, where I've spent the past 15 plus years helping high performers rewrite what aging looks like. Welcome to the very first episode of Unbreakable Vitality. This show has been brewing in me for years because I've seen too many people suffer from things that were entirely preventable, and I don't want that for you. So let's start here. What if the way you've been taught to think about aging is completely wrong? What if fatigue, brain fog, slow recovery, and inflammation aren't just the price of getting older? They're symptoms of a system that waits too long to act. You deserve better, and I'm here to give it to you. So my story starts in the chaos of being a teenager and a caregiver. My mom, a single mother raising 3 kids, was struggling with chronic fatigue, depression, and pain. And the medical system had no idea what to do with her. They just kept giving her pills, and I watched her fade behind them. I was 13 years old writing suicide prevention contracts for my mom while my friends were out riding BMX bikes and rock climbing, and that will shake your view of medicine fast. Years later, I watched my grandfather, a vibrant, strong man, be told he was perfectly healthy by his cardiologist, and then weeks later, he was dead. Massive heart attack, no second chance, no early warning, at least not the kind the system pays attention to. That double heartbreak broke my trust in the traditional approach and set me on a path towards something completely different. I studied traditional Chinese medicine. I trained in Shanghai, China. I launched the Echelon Center for Longevity to bridge the best of science, data, and ancient pattern-based medicine. Because here's the truth. Health optimization isn't about living forever. It's about living better, longer, stronger, with clarity and purpose. This show exists to help you do just that. This podcast is for high-functioning adults who are tired of guessing and tired of being told that they're fine when they feel not fine, or far from it. It's for people who want to personalize insight, not symptom suppression, who want to perform, think, and live at their best with tools that actually work. You're curious, you're coachable, you want results, not fluff. You're in the right place. So let's zoom out for a minute. Right now, most of our healthcare system is built around reacting to a crisis. You don't get real attention until you've had a stroke or a heart attack or a diagnosis that puts a label on your suffering. But here's what that means in real life. You don't get your arteries checked until after you've had a chest pain. You don't get brain imaging until memory loss is noticeable. You don't get labs that look at inflammation, oxidation, or plaque instability until you've already become a case. That's why we use the heart threat scan. It's designed to detect the earliest signs of arterial aging, the kind of plaque that can rupture silently. It's why we run a functional lab blood tests that map out oxidative stress, hormone balance, and metabolic risks years in advance. But guess what? Most doctors don't order these, not because they're unavailable, but because they're not incentivized to do it. And here's the hard truth. Globally, cardiovascular disease is the number 1 cause of death, preventable death, but it also is one of the most preventable. Heart attacks, strokes, vascular dementia, these aren't just medical conditions. They are the predictable outcome of a system that waits for people to break before it acts. And why? Because treating late-stage disease is wildly profitable. The global cardiovascular drug market is worth over $60 billion. The cost of a single stroke or a cardiac event can run into the hundreds of thousands. Preventing it? that doesn't move the financial needle unless you're the patient. And the thing is, vascular syndromes don't just impact your heart, they impact your brain, neurovascular decline, memory loss, vascular dementia. They affect your legs, peripheral artery disease, fatigue, cramping, poor circulation. They affect your organs, your kidney function, your liver perfusion. Sexual health, erectile dysfunction is often a vascular red flag. Longevity, because circulation is everything. But unless you know how to look for these syndromes, unless you test for them, they'll go unnoticed until something breaks. This podcast exists because I believe that that's unacceptable. And I'm not the only one who's seen the cost of waiting. Let me share a quick story from a client I'll call Mark. Mark came to our center after experiencing what his primary doctor called a minor heart palpitation. He had normal cholesterol, good blood pressure, and was told that he was in great shape for his age. But he wasn't convinced. We ran a heart threat scan and discovered advanced soft plaque accumulation, the dangerous rupture-prone kind. We followed up with a full cardiovascular panel, found elevated oxidized LDL, inflammation markers, and early-stage metabolic dysfunction. 6 months later, Mark had dropped 12 years off his vascular age. His energy returned, his anxiety disappeared, and we'd likely prevented a major cardiac event years down the road, all before any symptoms. That's what upstream care looks like. I believe you deserve upstream answers, not downstream crisis care. We'll cover longevity breakthroughs like peptide therapy, customized, cellular rejuvenation, stem cell therapy, vascular age reversal, hormones, ozone therapy, biohacking, plasma exchange, and more, always grounded in real data and true application. Some episodes will be solo strategy sessions, others will be interviews with people pushing the envelope of what's possible, and we'll always keep it actionable and confident. So if this speaks to you, follow the show, leave a review, and if you're ready to take your first step, head over to echelon-longevity.com/quiz and take the free vascular age quiz. It's fast, it's free, and it might show you something your doctor totally missed. In our next episode, I'll walk you through the exact testing sequence that we use at the Echelon Center, including the heart threat scan, true age testing, and a few other advanced diagnostics you probably never even heard of. We're building a roadmap for your health span, and I'm so glad you're here for it. I'll see you next time.
If you're feeling like your energy, your edge, or your clarity just isn't what it used to be, you're not alone. But you're also not stuck. Every week on Unbreakable Vitality, we explore real strategies to reverse aging, reclaim vitality, and rewrite what's possible. If today's episode gave you even one insight, pass it on. Then go take the free vascular age quiz at echelon-longevity.com/quiz to see how your body's aging. Subscribe, leave a review, and follow us because your future isn't on autopilot. You are building it and you're just getting started.